Hello and welcome to Boyles in Killorglin. Here we are for another garden show. My name is Alan Finn and joining me as always is our Spanish expert Miguel. How are you?
I'm all right.
You're not our Spanish expert, you're our garden
I'm
expert.
only Spanish. I'm only Spanish.
How are you doing this week?
I'm okay.
You good?
I'm okay.
How's things been in the garden centre?
It's all right. It's all right. Getting ready for winter.
Getting ready for winter, yeah.
Very nice.
So on today's show we wanted to talk about autumn because it is normally a real transitional time of the year. There are beautiful colours coming out everywhere, but it's also a time that there's a lot to do in the garden. So what sort of things should everybody be looking at now, sorting out in their garden in autumn?
So see, we are facing a moment of the year that there's going to be plenty of oranges and red and colors, changing colors. And our summer plants are now fading. And some people tend to think that the gardening season is over, but it's not. Not only those stunning colors from acers or other trees, there's plenty of colors that you can add to your garden. And they will be flowering, they will be giving you colors like fuchsias, but there's plenty of things you have to do and plenty of plants you have to add.
Right.
So we're gonna start a little bit with what to do.
General stuff.
Very general.
Okay.
It's time for cleaning your greenhouses or your polytunnels or your growing areas, disinfect them, clean them properly. You can do winter planting, winter vegetables like cabbage, broccoli, and broad beans and these kind of things. So if you are gonna do that, or even if you're not gonna do it, you have to keep that clean and ready for next winter. It will be a good time now for starting enriching that soil if you have soil in your polytunnel, or enriching your growing beds with some manure. That's the same for the garden. It's a good time for enriching. The nutrients will be ready, available when the plants start going up again in March or in April, depending on, even in February. But the nutrients will be ready because that enriching the soil, if you top dress it with, in this case with farmyard manure, they will be dripping and enriching the soil through the winter and being ready for next season.
Because literally, as we've spoken before, that soil has now been drained, all the flowers have used it, everything has been used. So it really is so important. You've always stressed that. It's so important to keep enriching your soil. Yeah,
that's very important. As industrial growers do, as farmers do, enriching the soil for having better crops is the same in your garden. Same principle. So the richer your soil, the better your garden is going to be.
And if anyone has got like some perennials that are kind of dying down or some stuff like that, what sort of things should they be like trimming? Should they be pulling leaves? Should they be pulling stuff? Or
depending on the plant, but no general rule of thumb, you can start cleaning the perennials that already died back. One thing I like, again, is everybody is different, but is leaving some things a little bit wild, not tidy up too much in the winter to allow birds and other insects to nest, or find seeds from small plants that they're still there and they are available for them in the winter. You can manicure your garden as much as you want, but in my case, I would like.
It'd be nice to kind of keep, as you said, keep the environment to have a little bit wild, and the seeds
instead
as well.
Instead of going now and cleaning, maybe some selective cleaning and leaving some wild areas for the winter, and then cleaning up again in March. But that will be more or less, it's just basically getting ready for the winter. It's enriching, cleaning, harvesting whatever crops you have, and start using different plants, changing your summer color to autumn color. You can prolong sometimes the flowering of petunias or something like that with good feeding, and if it's good weather, maybe you can wait a little bit, but some of them, they will be too long, too leggy, too grown up. So you can just switch. And don't forget that is plenty of perennials that they will be going till well into autumn. Some of them well into winter.
And that leads us perfectly into what we're going to talk about today, because some of those flower beds may have some annuals. We may have some pots that are looking a little, as you say, leggy or dying off, and people are kind of just giving up and going, right, well, that's it for another year. But we have right in front of us here, we have a beautiful selection of autumn winter colour, Miguel, and it's fantastic. You'll find most of these in any garden centre. But talk to us a little bit about some of your favourites.
Just don't forget that the garden centre is a place to enjoy and to heal. And it's not only the weather. You can enjoy, just get a decent coat and get out there and find the peace that you need after a long day of work or whatever your stress is. And for that, see, we have the famous winter and autumn-winter pansies and violas.
Yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful plants, they will flower all winter. If they come a little bit leggy, just chop them.
Okay.
And they will sprout from the sides and give you more flowers.
Very hardy plants.
Very hardy plants.
I'm always amazed because they look
Very hardy.
they look so dainty, Miguel, but yet they are like one of the hardiest
extremely hardy
flowers
plants,
you'll find.
and they actually can perform as somehow perennials all year round. And I always recommend don't throw them to the bin. If you can find a place somewhere, just give them a try. You know?
Okay.
Give them because they are very hardy. If you have a forgotten corner,
Yeah.
just put them there. Forget about them. You never know.
Okay.
And I've seen wonders in this.
And they come back as well, they do,
They
yeah.
come back next year and
Wow.
next year, yes.
Super.
So, well, some of them they could die, but they actually
And
extremely
the
long-lasting.
colours as well, the choice of colours, Miguel, there's still lovely colours because you just pick up
Yes.
that one there. We've got one there now. You've got
Yes, we have a
yellows,
mixed
whites,
pansies.
purples. That's like a real kind of burgundy.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, lovely
So
varieties.
it's not, don't think that because it's winter or it's autumn, you're gonna find
No more colour.
gray colors.
Grey.
All right. No, it's plenty
Yeah.
of different shiny, bright, shiny colors that you can combine with other colors.
And as you said, they could be perfect to
Different
just
heights.
lift the spirits or just brighten up your
That's
day. It's
it,
like have a
that's
little
it.
part of the garden that's lovely and
Exactly.
colourful.
Exactly. It doesn't need to be the whole garden, but just some small hidden corner that you find the peace in. That
Yeah.
like go on your knees and work a little bit.
Work a
and,
little bit and get some
yeah,
stuff.
and switch off from your day.
Now we also have some beautiful dianthus.
Beautiful. They are
Beautiful
another
dianthus.
plants that are extremely hardy.
Yeah.
And those in particular are autumn, winter. And then will come the spring ones that are somehow similar but different.
Yeah.
They are not as hardy as this one. They are starting now,
They're just starting.
just starting.
Okay.
So you'll have a few months of flowering there. You can go into midwinter with those fellas with any problem. And if it's not a very hard winter, you can find them still flowering in spring.
And like some of the there's a variegated version here that's just
It's
beautiful.
They're stunning colors,
They
and
are
it's
stunning.
a shiny pink red there that is
Yeah.
just beautiful. And then-
This looks like a velvet, a kind of a red velvet. It's
velvety.
beautiful.
So again, don't throw them to the bin if you're gonna empty your boxes or your basket. Just
Yeah.
put them somewhere that you don't look too often.
Okay.
And then come, next winter and have a look.
Have a look.
And you'll see.
You'll see they
see
might have
what
come back.
you thought that was an annual, and they won't come back anymore.
And obviously then you put it in an area where you've given it a nice little bit of topsoil to give it a chance as well.
Yes, again, those are every plant needs soil. Some of them, they need food. Some of them they are slow in growers, so they need less food. But the flowering plants they normally need decent amount of nutrients to get going.
Now these, I've always referred to these now as a Christmas plant because these always seem to be when we're talking around the late winter.
Yes.
We always come back to these.
So what is the cyclamen are a very peculiar plant as well.
It's peculiar. Okay, I like when you
Yes,
say
they
that.
are peculiar. They can be flowering for a long time.
Yeah.
They are tricky in these small pots, but once they are on the ground, they just keep going.
Okay.
They will come back next year. They're starting now. They will be flowering till well into March if you look after them.
Wow.
And then they have you cannot see it here, but they have like a hard tuber, like a nut. A hard nut. You can probably not see
nut,
it from
is that
here.
what you
Yeah,
said?
like a hard. Put the finger there.
Oh,
See
right.
that?
Okay, so that's in the root system, is it?
That's the part of the plant that needs to survive. So if this aerial plant dies back, that kind of bulb
Yeah.
will survive, and then will come back next year.
Right.
So that's another thing. Don't throw them to the bin.
Don't throw them away.
And if you buy a lot, because I saw people that buy a lot because they are very colorful, and you won't find nothing better for Christmas actually.
Yeah, the
That's
cyclamens they're beautiful.
because the pansies are nice, but the cyclamen, full bloom cyclamens in
Yeah.
Christmas with the red and the whites.
And
are
I think
just
as well, the way
stunning.
they just shoot straight up, and like the leaves are very kind of ivy-like,
Yeah,
aren't
well,
they?
some
They're quite
variegated
hardy.
silvery.
Yeah.
So they are quite eye-catching. And it's just deadheading them properly is just take them from the bottom
From the bottom of the
taking
flower.
the whole stem out.
So when it's kind of gone.
Because they kind of create a canopy that won't allow the new flushes to come.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they come in flushes,
Yeah.
and once this part is gone, it could be a few days without flowers, but they will be new coming back after. Very, very like begonias. They can, if you overwater them, they can just become soggy and just kind
Okay.
of disappear. But most probably they will be coming back
Right.
from that little bulb.
From that little bulb. And for that reason, obviously, then you need to make sure if you were putting them in the ground, as always, well drained. You don't
Yeah.
want them getting too wet.
Yeah, well, they can perform. Again, forget about them.
Okay.
Once you transplant them, just don't pay attention to them. See what happens. Find a nice bank.
Yeah.
And then you'll see
The
because
magic.
There will be the magic. That's the
Magic.
word. The
Yeah,
word.
yeah,
because
yeah.
we tend to throw things to the bin.
Yeah.
See, we're gonna go now for autumn super nice colors in chrysanthemum. See these things.
It hit me as soon as we came in the garden centre. I said it to Kaya, who's on camera duty today. I was like, "Wow, isn't that just so pretty? Beautiful chrysanthemum here. We've got whites, we've got yellows and pinks, all in
the
one
same
little pot.
pod, yeah.
Beautiful.
And they will be going till well into till first frost, basically.
First frost.
Fresh frost.
Yeah.
Then those fellas are perennials. They will be coming back next year as well. And people again tend to throw them. I shouldn't be saying this thing. Actually,
Yeah,
no one is gonna
your
come
stocks are going to be down
Yeah,
because you keep selling the stuff that keeps coming back.
in. So there's a few more here in
Okay.
the regular chrysanthemum. See?
Yeah, all white,
And then
yellow centre.
some leaf color.
Now we spoke about this obviously on one of our last shows there, where we talked about the backdrop, the background,
Yeah, exactly.
the important ones to give a little bit of colour. You don't want to see the brown, faded, leggy stuff. But even the colours here of the heuchera, you know, you've got the beautiful green, you've got the purple, which is a very, very popular one.
Yeah.
And then you've
This
even got this little
orangey
kind of an
one.
orangey copper one as well. So there's
Yes.
3 lovely varieties.
And then you can combine these with this cyclamen or dianthus to create a very nice, beautiful, colorful corner.
Yeah.
Without just a little bit of money. You don't
Yeah.
need to spend lots of money in
Yeah.
this. And that will be giving you again a little bit of structure for next year to play that in the summer or in autumn again.
Would they grow very high?
The eucheras? No.
No.
They are small bushes. They're
Yeah,
more
exactly.
like a foot by a foot.
Okay, so that's a nice thing as well
That's
to keep in
exactly
mind
to
if you're
keep in
looking at structuring your bed and
Exactly,
look
for
for
giving a
things.
little bit that they are long-lasting plants, so they won't die back. They won't die basically, so that you'll have them in there forever, and you can play them with different colors in summer or spring,
Yeah.
or even bulbs. And now autumn is a very good time for. I had a bag of bulbs somewhere. I didn't.
Oh yeah,
So
thinking
now
about
it's
bulbs.
the perfect
We'll
time for
definitely
bulbs, yeah.
talk about
we'll do
about
maybe
planting. We'll do a show
we'll
on
do a show
what
on
bulbs
that,
to
yeah.
plant over
But
the winter
now,
and stuff.
From September onwards is a very good time for planting bulbs, especially early daffodils, and that will give you more color in early winter, combined with hellebores and these things. You can nearly have flowers all year round.
Yeah.
If you are.
If you look after
yeah,
things, yeah,
exactly.
and that's the one thing is everyone kind of wants.
I always tell that's your goal is having
goal.
color all year round.
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily mean flowers, but color.
Yeah.
Something that gives you some joy and energy.
Now we've got some tall guys here at the back. This is a black-eyed Susan, I take it. Is this?
Yes.
A very tall one, but that's obviously another one that flowers throughout the autumn winter.
Yes, and Eleopsis or Elianthemum as well. Russian sage, I think we
sage,
talked about another one.
Yeah.
That would be flowering till nearly early winter. And see the nice purple. When the purple flowers are gone,
Yeah.
what is left is still very nice.
Little fuzzy kind of purple remnants of it. Yeah, it's nice.
It's a very nice. It ends up being a decent size shrub.
Okay.
And a very nice 5, 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
and
So
it
again, one of
combines
those ones
very
you
well, see, with the red, the oranges, that purples. So at the end is combine colors, your taste, or go to classic color combining to create that harmony.
Yeah. Yeah, that beautiful.
And
stuff.
that's
There's
the
nothing.
idea.
There's nothing. Excuse me. There's nothing better than seeing that. You know, even throughout the dull evenings, the dull winter, and to see that lovely bit of color, as you said, mixing up, getting the harmony in the. Yeah, that's a great word for it. It's a beautiful, beautiful
and,
harmony.
winter is very long here, and
Yeah.
it's not much light. But if you can bring a little bit of shiny
sunshine and color into it,
that will be a little, at least just
give the spirits
give
a little bit,
bit more high.
Yeah, no, I totally
spirit.
agree. Well, listen, that's fantastic. We've covered lots of different color and stuff here. Thanks as well to Miguel for just giving us the tips on what you need to be doing over the autumn. Remember, you do need to get out, do little bits and pieces, and as you just said, Miguel, not everything is gone. We have lots of options.
Exactly.
Put them in a little corner, give them an extra little bit of life, and you may well be surprised. Miguel, you never cease to surprise us. Thanks as always for your help.
Sure.
And from all of us here in Boyles of Killorglin, until next time, happy gardening.